So we are live, and the third person, Susie, is on the phone because she has some technical problem. So there we go. Okay.
Alrighty. So I actually thought the material was fairly interesting, like contracts and like what constitutes consideration. I found that in contract makes people have that they're not like legally obligated to do. I saw, right? Okay, so I'm not in the wrong group right now. Group 2. Okay. Did the right thing. I was gonna be really embarrassed if I didn't. Studying plant life earlier today. No.
Well, Susie, what did you find about consideration?
So it would be
Hello?
for an example, I find. Can you hear me, Patrick?
I can't really hear you. No.
Oh, this is just fantastic. Okay.
Now I can.
Now you can hear me?
Yes. Now I can hear you clearly, but you disappeared a little bit.
Okay, I'll try explaining this again. So if I drive my car into my neighbor's golf cart, my neighbor could sue me for damages. But we could sign a contract that says, if you just give me $1,000, because in that case, I'm not legally obligated to give $1,000, and he's not legally obligated to not sue me. Agreeing to do something separate from what the law says that we should do.
Yeah.
That would be consideration of the contract for me.
An example was really similar. I did to another car, and then there were damages. And so let's say like Jerry backed into Luke's car, so sue Jerry for the damages, but or like a bargain with him, sue him within he'll pay him some after that amount of days is over. Then Luke has the full right to sue him if Jerry hasn't paid him the money. For years, it's just a little bit more, I don't know, I guess, more complicated. But yours is because it keeps it simple and to the point, and I think it shows consideration well. And then, Patrick, did you have...
You got choppy now.
What is consideration?
Let's see. Patrick, did you hear Susie okay?
No, I didn't. She was chopped out, so.
Okay, it's looking like one of our Wi-Fi's might not be working so well.
Yeah.
So Susie asked if you had a good example for what consideration would be.
Oh, it is if I just promise to paint someone's house, or I am asked to paint someone's house, but without any payment. I mean, and I agree with it. That's as a consideration. It's a promise to do something you are not legally obligated to do, or a promise not to do something you have the right to do. And often this means a promise not to file a lawsuit. So that is what I found is that you do something that you're are not obligated to do, but you do it anyway. So.
And I think that's the most important part of it, is doing something that you're not legally obligated. We were also asked to give an example of what consideration is not.
Yeah.
So you could say, a police officer, goes out and catches this criminal and brings him in with the reward money now. Well, you don't get the reward money because the police officer is already legally obligated to catch the criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas a normal person like me, I'm not legally obligated to catch somebody, but if I do, then I'll get the reward money. Same website. It gave good examples. I don't. Yeah.
I don't know.
Rick. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. I mean, the question you have to ask yourself is, why are you entering this contract?
Mhm.
And why you want to be part of the contract. I mean, if you go to a restaurant, and as an example, you know that if you order a plate of food, you are under contract that you need to pay for the food.
Mhm.
But if you go to a friend and ask them to make a plate of food, if you have not come to an agreement of making a payment, then you're not obligated to make a payment.
That's a perfect example.
Because you just that person just agree, yeah, I will make this food, and if that person didn't say, oh, you have to pay me $20 for me making this food for you, then you're not obligated. So that's a situation where you're not obligated to pay. It has to come to a contract or an agreement that exchange of money has to happen.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect example because like you go to a restaurant and when you pay, when you ask for food, you're basically signing a contract.
Yes. I mean, you know,
But it's implied.
you know, as soon as you enter that restaurant, that their food costs money.
Yeah, and so even though you're not, signing a contract,
Yeah.
you're still legally obligated to pay for the food.
Yes. But you have a situation though. Say that you are staying in a hotel. In some situation, it's an agreement that you already breakfast is included. So when you come down and eat a breakfast, in those situations, you are not obligated to pay because that is already included in the price of the whole hotel price that you have paid. So
That's very true.
yeah.
Susie, do you have anything else to add?
You guys pretty much covered everything that I was thinking about it and stuff. And I think we covered some pretty good examples of what is and what is not.
Yeah, and I think the material is pretty simple. It's straightforward. Consideration is when you're legally obligated to do something, and not consideration is when you're not.
Yeah.
And so I think we covered that pretty well. Let's see what else should we use this time to talk about? Maybe we could talk about our group project a little bit.
I didn't email Sister Shirley yet because I thought Patrick did, but I don't think it's fair for you guys to have to do 2 group presentations in a row.
Yeah.
But then Cody's even he's probably still in our group, but it's hard to get in contact with him. And then, so yeah, I'm just a little confused on what is going to happen.
Patrick and I were talking about this, and we understand the material better. We did, decent on, so we figured we would go ahead and help you with yours too, so we can kind of what we've kind of got going on, because we don't want to leave you in the dust, and honestly, making a PowerPoint presentation, if we take a few slides, it's not that bad.
Yeah. we have also
no problem.
We have also been in contact with the teacher and talked to her, and she said, you're fine to do this presentation if you want to, because right now it seems like you're only 2 people in this group, and so yeah, we're willing to step up and do some projects, a second project. Now we have learned also a little bit that what we need to have in the presentation, because we missed one part in our own presentation. So in that way we can help make sure that we fulfill all the things that needed to be done in this presentation.
Yeah, when we did our presentation, we forgot to add a gospel application, and she gave us like a B-. Yeah. So, and I guess this is live right now too, so maybe I should be grateful for that. But so yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and talk about that when it's more convenient, because the presentation won't be due until Monday, I think.
I think it's either Saturday or Monday. I can't remember.
It's Monday morning at like 8 a.m. So basically Sunday night.
Yes. So we need to make a decision on when we to meet, and it has to be this week, unfortunately. I don't know what time it will work for Cody, if it will work for Cody. But at this point, we just need to get it done. So
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, would Saturday work? I mean, I'm free all day Saturday. I've got some homework to do, but I could meet for an hour or so. You know, what's your plans?
I have to work on Saturday, actually.
Okay.
And I don't want to have to go through this, or
Yeah.
this is very inconvenient for you guys.
Mhm.
But I can definitely do Saturday evening. I can do pretty much any time tomorrow as well. I mean, I just want the next video call we do to be very successful.
Yes.
Compared to this one.
Yes, that's true. I could also do tomorrow. I could do anytime after 4.
Okay, I'm free in the evenings as well. I can do tomorrow after 4, and I can do Saturday after 4-ish as well, because that's about the time I get home.
Okay, Patrick, how are your evenings looking for Friday and Saturday?
4 o'clock, that is my dinner time. But
Right.
It's Friday tomorrow. Me and my family usually go out and eat on Friday evening, so
Okay.
I don't know. Because this is a tax season, so especially my wife is very busy, so I don't exactly know when she will be back home. So that is my concern and a little bit problem, because it's Friday night for me.
Okay. What about Saturday?
I would prefer Saturday morning, but
Yeah, unfortunately, Susie, I guess, has to work Saturday morning.
what time on Saturday?
What's that, Susie?
Well, I was going to say, I can see if maybe I can get off early, or I can come in late or something, so I can do this. Because I don't know, I just want to get it done, and I want us to be successful with it, and so I can ask and see if that's a possibility. But I would have to text you guys a little later about that.
You know, and we might be making this too complicated. We don't have to do a video call. We could just do a 3-way phone call.
What we need to do is, first off, I think that if we kind of split up of what for the presentation, so each do a little bit of the presentation, and then we submit to each other what we have done, and then go from there, because that's half of the battle.
Very well. Right now, I'll real quick. Patrick, I'm going to go ahead and try to call you because I can't hear you very well.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hello. So I will stop this recording now.
Okay, so do
I will end.
Patrick here?
Hello. Hi.
Okay.
I will end this broadcast now.
Okay, perfect.